It's a mog or get mogged type of world. Yes, it is, baby dolls. Welcoming you for another very special update. Bitcoin's price has been charging above $100,000. Sent everybody into a state of frenzy. This is a very, very nice charge. Remember, friends, we drew this Fibonacci here. When you come back to these 61, 50% retraces, you have to battle the zone, and it was really battling the zone exactly, wasn't it? Isn't it crazy? It was literally, look exactly where it was, the exact 61.8. And it was just like battling around, and then it just went boop. And it did that. You know, you don't know what's going to come. In many other times, you could just see, I guess when like starting a bear or something, it comes back up here and it just can't battle it. And it'll try a poker, but will just come back down, right? Which is interesting to see because we've just come and popped up. Now, based off global liquidity and everything, we do expect the next 3 months to be great. But, you know, not really special to say anything like that because Ethereum gave us hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red months in a row. My gosh, what a piece of garbage. 5 red months in a row for Ethereum, man. That's a lot of pain, my gosh, for something that was already cheap. The Bitcoin dominance, friends, as well. Watch out for that because when that goes down, good freaking luck, friends. All these, you've seen charts like this, dude. Friends, when they go up only for a long time like that, when they, look at this. It's been making higher lows literally since forever. Like literally since forever. My gosh, this thing just been going up and up forever. Once it finally comes down, there's some huge, you know, I reckon the next round the buyers will be like only interested below here. So it's going to be a while before that happens, but it could happen very, very fast as well. So it's the best not to like think about it too much because you're pretty much locked in. You're waiting for that business cycle to pretty much continue up. Remember as well, the business ISM cycle, even though we're expecting to go up, it's reflected in Bitcoin's price, okay? So Bitcoin going up with Ethereum now, it's implying business ISM is going to go up. And you can actually do tests on it, and I've shown you in the macro charts as well. They check this correlation out where they see, okay, whatever Bitcoin's price is, they check it over like a 30-day period. Does business ISM move in its direction? Most of the time, yeah. It actually is. Bitcoin and Ethereum, funny enough, they are forward-looking indicators for the business ISM. And that makes sense, right? Because if you're feeling confident about anything out there in the world, you're not going to wait to do a survey to mark the number, right? You're going to go act on it. That's why players go and act, and they go buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, buy altcoins, etc. Now, as we saw earlier today as well, friends, PulseChain's had some quite nice few percentages pumps, but that's because Ethereum did like a plus 20% move on the daily candle as well. We're still stuck in that channel. I know we've literally been in this channel literally since forever, friends. My gosh, talk about this for like over a year, bro. Literally just we've stuck this whole time. Nothing else we can really do except hoping and praying and coping. Remember, we did have Richard Hart's video. He came out. It was a very good video. Gave everybody confidence, reminding everybody that, you know, things are going to go great as well. Don't sleep on PulseX as well. The sleeping dark horse. This thing, friends, is going to do some big things. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I won't be surprised if this ratio goes to 2 to 1. Yeah, I won't be surprised if this thing literally goes 2 to 1. Remember, PulseX, friends, is a secret weapon of the whole Pulse chain. Okay, literally the whole chain. Why is it the secret weapon of the whole chain? Everything, friends, everything. Because PulseX, right, is going to help lift Pulse. And Pulse is bonded to everything, so it lifts everything in the chain up. Remember, PulseX is real utility, real DeFi. It has the buy and burn. The buy and burn happens whether you like it or not. It happens based off the economic activity, which is, yeah, it's speculation and swapping and trading and stuff out here. But that baseline demand is exceptionally large. Right now, we have $22.2 million for the trading volume as well. We expect that to ratchet up over time. But yes, because of that volume, there's taxes being paid, right? And you can only imagine, like, how high is the buy and burn going to go when we have exchange listings and then the bull market volume. So right now, we've bought and burned 7.09% up here. Also, PulseCoinList, if you baby dolls are listening, just let you guys know, just for you guys, like, the only reason I open up GoPulse is because their PulseX tells me the buy and burn. Whereas right here, I can't see it. Maybe you have some button here that I'm missing. Yeah, so if you guys literally just added the buy and burn here, guess what? And make it nice red number. Make it like a nice ticky number or something. Make a nice pink or something. A nice standout. Now make it blue. Whatever it is. Just another color besides white so I can watch it with a cute little fire emoji. Oh, that's what I want to say. It's the only reason why I open up GoPulse. As well, GoPulse as well, they don't believe EHEX is a real coin. So it's kind of weird. Just to let you know, friends. So Richard Hart made some posts. I might go through a bit later. Pretty much spoke about GoPulse because GoPulse don't ever use them for a swap. If you swap through this website, it charges you 3% each way. My gosh, it's literally price gouging at that point. 3% each way. Richard had to make a risk diode type of tweet. I'll show you. And this is his post. PulseX is a great place to do your swaps on PulseChain. Some places charge a 3% skim while pretending to get you better deals. Then they dump it for stables and bridge out. Many projects, heck, I'd say even most projects, are dump prices as a service, DPAAS as a joke. It would be cool if someone figured out how to do a non-skim thing as a default index screener instead of the skim thing. Also, thank you to Brother KDG and Internet Money. They actually went to Dex Screener. Now Dex Screener's default is no longer GoPulse. It's actually PulseX itself as well. So that's a very sad, it breaks my heart, bro. Like you're Richard Hart Maxi, guys. You're meant to be. Like, you don't even believe EHEX is a real coin. Okay. And then like the first thing you do with the skimming is like you're dumping and bridging out. Bro, like you don't believe, bro. I'm not even gonna say sorry. You don't believe your shit. Come on, bro. Look, you know we're cheap as hell. You know we're cheap as hell. Come on, man. You don't watch none of my videos? You think, oh, I'm gonna keep bridging and dumping it, man. You know, I'm not saying that if they just rotated into Pulse and held it is nicer, because it automatically comes around to the users, right? The customers, the community, like getting price gouged 3% each way, friends. Friends, I complain about MetaMask. That's 0.67% each way, and that's a lot. They are 5 times higher than that. So that breaks my heart. Remember as well, I think what happens is they pushed it over the edge. They launched a sacrifice. I don't know how much money they raised, maybe between 300 grand or a million. Guess what? I think all I've seen is, correct me if I'm wrong, apparently they just started dumping the coins and bridging out. They start dumping them into stable coins. Just whatever, man. Like, you know, it's free world. Whatever, friends. So I just want to explain that story to you. Obviously, I never covered it because I was just like that's what I was just telling you. I mentioned to you. So I was like, guys, good luck to everybody doing sacrifices. I wish you all the best. I hope you do good stuff. I'm just saying, like, bro, we're so low right now. Oh my gosh, just be careful, guys. But also, I know everything's so low right now, which means anything you sacrifice technically might have a premium as the bull market comes on. But man, friends, we got enough stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you want to go balls deep into risk, right? We got pDAI, for example. You know, like there's a lot of things out here. You want to go balls deep into it. Like, you want to buy something low. That'd be funny if it pops up. You know what I mean? Like, we got a lot of things. Like, you go, oh, there's Icosa. There's a lot of stuff. EX. We literally, friend, I'm not joking. PulseChain, it's already a religion. It just doesn't have enough people. Okay? We got something for everyone. We literally have something for everyone. Every story, every narrative, conspiracy, not conspiracy, Richard Hart Twitter, Richard Hart stream, non-Richard Hart, blockchain Richard Hart, assumed Richard Hart, rumored Richard Hart, not Richard Hart. Right? Glitter pants. We got Pokemons. You know what I mean? You like oranges? Like, we just eat bananas. We got no. You know what I mean? Like, we just pretty much got everything for everyone. Swapping and privacy. Just like, it is what it is, man. I've got a post here from Uncle Bobby Lucas as well. It feels like this bullish sentiment shift in crypto has a broader appeal. Alts, NFTs, memes, DeFi than any prior move this cycle. Obviously far too early to know if it can stick. So what I am just mentioning to you, so the wider altcoin, but okay, I guess it's going to come in the next 3 months. But then what? You know, we went down for 5. Who cares we got for 3? Okay. But will it be enough to cause an end of the cycle call for me? I think most likely not. Everybody else is ready to call it, right? I'll just, show you right here. So we got Ben Copen, friends. He, just showing you like this. There's always a bull and a bear everywhere. So Copen's got, Ethereum's going to go home, crash down to $500. Bitcoin dominance going up even more, 70%. Bitcoin's going to crash down to 65K. So always going to have those cases, right? Then we've got Uncle Bobby and blockchain backer. They're still very cautious for this cycle. They believe it, like, literally it's all over in 2 to 3 months from now, right? I'm just show you. It's strangely, they trade differently. Uncle Bobby trades of cycles and commodities stuff out here, 60-day cycles. Blockchain Bapper's, he's a Fibs guy. He's a Fibs and Elliott Wave guy, that is. But if you map it out, it's funny, they both expect that for some reason, even Uncle Bobby has like these random things going up, and BCB's like, the first Fib is like 130K, and they think, nah, it's literally all over. I'm gonna go from there. So just interesting. Also, Crypto Crew University Steve, same thing. He uses monthly chart stochastic. It's kind of funny because I like seeing, hey, what type of trader indicator you are. It's kind of like, it's cool to see. Everyone's got their own style. And just to let you know, so Uncle Bobby is selling the next 1/3 of his Bitcoin in June to July. So in the next 1 or 2 months, hoping Bitcoin's near 150K, but like all of them hoping 150K. So they're probably going to sell 130, 120, or maybe even comes back down and does a lower high. That's another thing maybe I've got to show you. How it usually works is the targets never get hit. So you might think they never sell. If they're all waiting for 150, it comes 130. What ends up happening, friends, is there's like, it comes back down. Everyone usually says, they go, oh, that's deeper than I thought. This is bad. And then what happens is there's like this little crawl up back into another fib. So if you draw a Fibonacci from this, go down to here, look at this. It comes back around the like 50 to 60%. And then that's where they get out and they go, you know what? There's too many risks. It's bad time. You've been a naughty, naughty girl tonight. That's what they're going to say pretty much to everybody. All right. That's how they're going to draw it. Obviously, I'm going to just reserve judgment once again. I just don't see euphoria, bro. I've done all the research, dude. Bro, you need 5 green months in a row to get everybody literally pants off, right? I don't know if we can do it in 2 or 3 months. But I'll explain for you what we really mean by that, by the OTHERS-btc chart. So blockchain backer, he will be selling 66 of his portfolio there. He's waiting for XRP to hit its 4.236 fib, which is about $8 or $9. But you got to use the market cap chart. If you use the US dollar chart, it says like $12 to $13. But because XRP, Cripple have been printing so much over time, they own 90% of the coins. They still own 55%. They've been inflating at like 6 or 7% of the market cap every year because they're just dumping on supply. So your highest fib, it might show you like $12 or $13, but the real number is like 8. That's what we'll be selling, okay? And as for myself, your friend Somi, I'm just going to wait for the exotic top signals, okay? If we're up there and there is some sort of mania, I might say, hey, get your Jeet stack out, bro. I know when we've had 3 red, maybe we've gone up for Marwai, Juni, and Julie, and we're literally at the end of Julie. Remember, it's Julie 31st, 3 green months in a row. I might say, hey, remember your Jeet stack? Maybe get some out just in case. You know what I mean? You never know. There might be a reset after that, but we'll see. They're all calling it for it to be totally over, though. And I've also got to remind you to believe in something. So what do I say here? I'm going to cut your nuts off and eat them for breakfast with Spoonie. Well, there we go. Herding for a squirtin'. Who is that guy? Now, remember, friends, you got to remember, I don't know shit, dude. I'll be literally saying, hey, man, like, it's green monthly candles, altcoins. You decide how much you got to take off. You know what I mean? Like, just because, like, it doesn't get to me because there's always that one person who comes in. 99% agree and everything's okay. Then the one person comes in and goes, I followed you and I've been losing. I go, bro, firstly, I didn't tell anybody to follow me. I keep holding. And I've said to you 30,000 times, you can sell at literally freaking any point. Why didn't you sell though? Why didn't you sell? Oh, because you thought it was going up higher? Okay, welcome to markets. It's the same thing. Why didn't you sell last week? Oh, you thought it was going to bounce, but it went lower? Okay, welcome to markets. Okay. Will altcoin pump in the next 3 months be end of cycle call? Will it be? I just don't think so, friends. I don't know, but I just don't think so. I just feel like, nah. I don't know. I'll show you why. So right now, you know OTHERS-btc chart? Remember, friends, when you say OTHERS-btc, it's altcoins market cap, others market cap, divided by Bitcoin. It's outside of the top 10, okay? So right now, that number is 12%. I'll show you now. So when I say OTHERS-btc, look at this. Right, see that number on the far right? It's 12. You know, altcoins, friends, used to be 0% of Bitcoin. We had no altcoins. Then they grew to 1% and then 2%. In 2017, they grew to 32%. That's sad, bro. We are 1/3. We are 65% down from what they were in 2017. So sad, man. So sad. That's what it was. Hit 32%. 2017, friends. Bro, how long has this been down? My gosh. It's been 8 years. It's literally been 8 years. So in 2021 bull market, we went up to about 40 to 48%. Around, let's just say 43%. So others, so outside of the top 10 rankings, if you go check coin market crap, if you go to outside of the top 10, okay, so starting with PUI, right now, you add all of the market caps up. Remember why others? A lot of people use total and stuff. I don't like total. Why? Because you've got cuck currencies circle. You've got cuck trash currency tether, blacklist trash, which are, you know, they're in there, which technically they're altcoins, you know, people hold them in there, you know, but I just don't like them. I don't like them as it's just mixing too much. And also you just have some really big, stale, thick stuff, right? I don't like them. I want to see risk. I want to see like risk on, risk off, right? That's what I want to see, the purest form of that. So that's why I like to use others. And that's why whenever you see anybody out there in crypto using others, it came from me. You see, that's why you end up seeing that, right? But a lot of people still use total, but it doesn't really matter. It's all the same shit, okay? It's all the same stuff. Right now, it's 12%, friends. Okay, it's 12%. I believe, look, my danger will be 50, all right? I hope it hits 100. I'm scared. You know what I mean? Like, if you track this chart, if you just look at this growth rate, where it's like, if you just imagine one of these log growth rates, it just looks like it can crack up here and do something like that at some point. All right. So that's where I'll be nervous. So at 12%, I'm not nervous. If you go back to 20, you say, Somi, what about 25%? You mean the same ratio we were in November 2023? You mean that ratio, that price? No deal for me as well. I'm not getting out. That's a piece of shit ratio, by the way. Okay. That's still garbage. I'll be nervous. Give me like, your ears, friends, we'll grab our ears. We'll start perking them to the roof. We'll start perking them at 40%. Okay, but if you get to 50, I'm like, okay, danger, something. We got it. Like at 50, we're like, all right, this could be the final move. It could go to 60, could stop down to 40. That's where it's dangerous. But at 12, it's nothing. And you know, people might say, what if it doesn't get there? What if we just die? Okay, whatever. It's over then. We got no other answer. What if literally, I've been hearing, for how long I've been hearing for, it's a Bitcoin only run. You know what I mean? So, did it stop me from holding alts? No. How many times we've literally been hearing Bitcoin only, nobody's going to buy an altcoin, no, Bitcoin dominance, go home Ethereum. I'm just hearing it every day. I'm like, you're going to be wrong one day, waiting. I'm not getting out. I'm not getting out. By the way, we've only got strong diamond hands now in altcoins, obviously. So I'm not getting out. See, it didn't stop me from holding. Okay, so, but obviously, remember, it's all about the euphoria around you, friends. The weak hands. Ty Lopez, Coinbase is App Store ranking maybe like 290 now. You know, we're going to get that, get the top 10, bro. Get the top 10. So what are you and I going to be doing? We're going to be welcoming everyone to PulseChain. Picture this. You are out in the club in one of those magical nights. There she is. She quietly approaches you in the club, begging for a conversation, grabbing you by the sleeve. She then whispers into your ear. She says, I've always wanted to own a legal clarity shitcoin where the founder beat the SEC and received regulatory jurisdiction transparency. But I also want to still be early enough for a CEX listing. Oh, and I want it to be hard to buy, but not too hard to buy. I'm going to also need a Pikachu hat guy making 5,000 videos about it too. And then you whip it out right in front of her. Welcome to PulseChain. Swallow this. She exclaims, please, Daddy, please take me home. And you turn around once more. You look her in the eyes. Give me your address. I'll send you a postcard. So, we've got plenty more of that coming. Altcoins, the funnest part of the alts, will only be unlocked as Ethereum's price goes up, friends. That's it. Okay? The next CME gap is $2,600. But that's not the final boss of the CME gaps. The final boss is 3,200 American dollars. And around there, we have a record number of shorts. That's their average price. It's about $3,000. So once we start to get there, we can then start to speculate on what might come around the corner. Like and subscribe, but no, catch you soon.